Yo guys, sorry, you already know that today we're back playing some more Raging Loop. We are still going through our extra stories that we have to read. We are on story number 4, where this is going to be the boy and girl versus the inn from hell, which is just a comedy. This one's not a horror, which is interesting. A god and priest are forced to seek an inn for the night. What they find in an annoying journey through an unfair hell that even a certain swindler can't help complain about. Alright, well, we're gonna see what this is about. I'm gonna be real with you guys. The last story was very, very long, and if this one is as long, I might have to split it into 2 parts because I think the seasonal allergies are starting to kick in a little bit, and I'm a little worried about my ability to not destroy my throat or go into a sneezing fit within the next like hour or 2. So if this is like another hour-long story, I can't read 2 of them back to back, and I need to record 2 videos today. So if this ends up being a short story, then cool. We'll keep the process. But if this just keeps getting longer and longer, then I might have to split this into 2. But let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and start reading the boy and girl versus inn from hell. Let's get it. This better be funny. Hey, why don't we stop this, Mochi? I'm tired and you're tired. Honestly, I don't mind sleeping outside. I don't wanna. You wanna keep looking for something else? The sun had already set, and the air was filled with the orchestra of bugs and frogs. The 2 of them were in the mountains. Though the scenery was similar, they were quite far, apparently, from Fujiyoshi, and were more or less stranded. Sucks to be them. Their circumstances were simple. It was a summer break and they had no school. In Yasumizu, summer break was basically doing your homework, tending the fields, pulling weeds, etc. In the past, they used to catch bugs and so on, but they weren't kids anymore, so summer break was pretty boring. Yasunaga had also seized his chance to visit colleges in Tokyo. In times like these, it was normal for the residents of Yasumizu to give a little money for travel expenses. That said, the lion's share of that money was mostly provided by the adults. Kanzo's hunting income and mountain festival tributes often covered the majority of the funds. Yasumizu had barely any concept of personal funds to begin with, but recent events had changed things. Before, the majority of people's money had been re-levied by the Higuchi under the pretext of paying for the eateries' expenses and school funds, but now that they had skipped town, it had all gone up in the air. At the present, the Nosato were dealing with the few assets the Meguruma and Higuchi had left behind, while compensating for the losses of the deposits the 2 families had taken off with. As part of that, the other day, they'd returned all of the traceable assets that they'd levied back to Yasumizu. As a result, some of the cash they'd gathered had fallen into the lap of Yasumizu's representative, Tai. This money was distributed to everyone, but the majority of it was immediately saved up for the construction of the shrine to the recently resurrected god. That said, there was no mistaking that it was a rare case of discretionary income for Yasumizu. That blessing was also distributed to the children as allowance. Yasunaga had taken his whole sum and used it to buy a reference book, and to cover travel expenses for college visits. Furthermore, his brother Yoshitsugu had used his money to go to the city and buy a new sharp knife for his mother to use in the dining hall. However, Chikamochi had no intention of going on to college, while Haru was a 10th grader, so it was still too early for her to consider it. After seeing Yasunaga off as he departed on his college visits, the 2 took a bus to the nearby city of Kachihara. All of Yasumizu looked at it as a date. Even without Yasunaga, the 2 of them had a surprising amount of fun hanging out in the city. Normally they had a good balance, the free-spirited Chikamochi in the lead, the reserved Haru falling behind, and Yasunaga between them. But now Chikamochi and Haru were side by side, both metaphorically and physically. Haru had learned to talk about what she wanted to do rather than just reject things she didn't, while Chikamochi had learned to ask for Haru's opinions and preferences before he did anything. With the incident 2 months prior serving as a trigger, the 2 of them were learning the social skills and spirit of cooperation most people already possessed, though they did keep their rather bizarre sense of fashion. Thus, their date had gone almost perfectly. Their mistakes had happened all at once near the end. They'd gotten on the wrong bus. They were so tired from their date that they fell asleep. When they realized what happened, they panicked and ended up getting off at some bus station at some mountain they'd never heard of. They didn't have cell phones or a map, and it seemed the bus they'd been on was the last one for the day. And so the lost boy and girl walked down the road as the sun fully set, bringing us to now. Fortunately, they hadn't gotten completely lost and had managed to arrive at this place. An inn in the middle of the mountains. At first glance, it looked like a large seasoned Japanese-style inn that you see deep in the mountains on a commercial. But on close inspection, it only looked that way on the surface, and the Japanese-style parts were just paper mache put together with the duct tape and vinyl bags. The majority of it was constructed with cheap prefab materials, and it seemed one part of it had simply been left broken with no attempt made to fix it. On the other hand, it was well lit. But seeing the disheartening name Bed End on the inn's lit up signboard provoked nothing but anxiety from Haru. How much money do we even have left? They might not even let us in. Maybe they'll let us sleep in the horse stables or something. This isn't a historical drama. Well, I've got 2,000 yen left, so I think we can manage. I don't even have 1,000. She bought some accessories for herself and gloves as a present for her grandfather, so she barely had any allowance left. Chikamochi had only bought some fast food with Haru and was satisfied with just rolling up all the nearby flyers without even reading them. In the first place, there were very few places that would let the 2 of them stay for under 3,000 yen. Neither of them were under that impression. Then what do you want to do? Though the grasp of the common sense had matured, Chikamochi still did whatever he wanted without reservation, while Haru was introverted, so they found themselves at odds in times like these. However, Haru was learning how to compromise without simply giving up on her opinion. Fine, we'll just go in and ask if we can use her phone and then call Kaori-san and ask what we should do. Now there's a plan. You're sounding like gassing there, Haru-chan. Don't be an idiot. I can never reach Nishan's level. Don't get jealous over something like that. Want to hold hands? Yeah. And so the two of them entered the suspicious inn named Bed End. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, welcome to the Dead End. Bloodstained proprietress. Hello. Ah! Oh wow, you're screaming so loud that you scared them more than they scared you. Oh my gosh. Ah! You're a zombie, aren't you, old lady? I'm an authentic paranormal phenomenon. Also, I died when I was 33. Who are you calling an old lady? I'll kill you. Not bad. Not bad. We're gonna go ahead and actually turn off the other sounds because I don't want to keep talking over other voices. So you, be quiet. Unless you're gonna have a very interesting voice, like super creepy or something. I'm turning you off. Ah! Okay, Haru, you need to calm down. Calm down, Haru. You're a top paranormal phenomenon yourself, you know? I can almost see your undies. Eek, I can't. I know I've been feeling more presences recently, but this is just too flagrant. What are you, ma'am? You still got some lingering regrets in this world? Reactions like these are funny. You're staying in this world for a stupid reason like that, and don't change your aunt's name, like that. That's it, more backtalk, more shame, more. What a pervert. We're leaving, Mochi. Like hell we're gonna stay in a place like this. Oh, well, you can't leave, obviously. No! Mochi, hold that. I'll pull this and, ah! Oh, man, this door's tough. Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat you. Everyone, we have guests. Clatter, 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 clatter. Oh, pot-dragging meat bag. Oh, gosh. Hungry ghost. These things are gonna eat us. Mochi, if we're gonna die, please hold me. Oh my, it seems we have a rather close pair here tonight, Host-chan. So close, hehehe. Show these youngins around. As you wish, hehehe. Haru-chan, you're so warm and soft. Oh my, how good it is to be young. Heh. Cut it out already, you pack of idiots. That's a really cool background, by the way. I didn't stay on it long enough, but I love that red and black thing. That was sick. It was a threat full of divine might. The inn's lobby, jam-packed with ghosts and apparitions, fell silent. All of them, Chikamochi included, were sitting on their knees. Hey, proprietress, are you from around these mountains? You sure have guts to act so foolish before a god? I never thought we'd be having a god's day over. I better heat up the baths. And with this, our movie deal is set. How come you're familiar with such modern expressions? Oh, that one came here not too long ago. This is one of those ancient ghost houses brimming with history and traditions? Oh no, I started up this place 5 years ago after my unusual death in the mountains. So this place is recent. And what is up with your appearance? Were you killed by beasts? A car accident? Oh no, my company found out I was embezzling funds, so I faked a suicide and fled to the mountains to hide, but 3 steps later I fell off a cliff. Oh, that is most unfortunate. I would say you got what you deserved. Then the spirits and imps of the mountains all gathered around to laugh and mock me as I died, and so for my shame did I become a vengeful ghost. Can I laugh, God? Refrain for now. So does that mean, despite what happened, you open this inn for those wandering into the mountains to keep them from committing suicide? Oh no, this inn is quite full of traps and the like, and I'm looking to entertain myself by watching people die in funnier ways than I did. That is horrible. You're nothing more than your ordinary vengeful ghost who causes trouble for others. No, we may curse others, but we are those who have awoken in death to our calling as entertainers. Clatter, clatter. So we target those who come to the mountains seeking death. Those who bring greed and anyone else passing by. But eating them is too cliche. This one was built on the concept of making people die of laughter. God, punch! Yeah, the light! I'm going to the light! I sense a retainer usurping her lord. Relax, it was not fatal. However, from what I can tell, she's fairly powerful and popular, so if she puts some effort into it, she could become a god. Why not cease this inhuman con game and become my disciple? We can destroy the divinity of the mountain together. Nah, pass. I'm not interested in ruling. Then I suppose I have no choice. Face the full power of God, Yakuza kick, and meet your maker. Well, are you sure about this? If I pass on, this place will go back to being a hotspot for the filthiest spirits you can imagine. Are you not looking for accommodations, God? So, wait, you mean we're not hallucinating? This is really happening? There's such foolish types amongst them, but this one really does have the power to temporarily make all this real, in the shape of a lost inn. If you accept our hospitality, we promise we'll let you spend a night here in comfort. So what you're saying is that if we overlook your crimes here, you'll let us spend the night here safely? Indeed, that's as certain as the sea breeze is salty. I did enjoy the breeze at Atami. God, not now. We do not have much money. Are you sure it is alright with you? Of course. And you, Moshi? Yeah, let's spend the night in a ghost inn. I figured as much. Haru does not like it, but she thinks it's better than nothing. Very well then, so you will not harm us. But of course, I shall lead you to your rooms on the 3rd floor. This is a trapdoor disguised as a room. Ah! Haru-chan, yeah. Mochi, don't let it go of me. Physical strength is my forte. By the way, is it just me, or is something down there? It's a pile of poop that reaches up to your waist. You suck. Didn't you say you wouldn't harm us? Don't worry, God. Normally they'd be, countless poop-shaped iron skewers. I wouldn't want that either, but quit it with the traps. Haru-chan, give me your hand. So you avoided it. This isn't what you promised. Like I said, we won't harm you. This is what you call a freebie. A freebie? Yes, you could also call it an attraction if you like. Here we can provide you with thrills and suspense you'd never find on this boring mountain. No, thank you. Oh, but that simply won't do. Our group thirsts for entertainment, so we need you to make shameful scenes like this. Shameful scenes? You really are a vengeful ghost. I'm gonna beat you up. Are you sure about that? If this building vanishes, you'll fall right into the cesspool. Damn you. Give it up, Haru-chan. This old lady's tricked us. Ah ha ha, you'll pay for calling me an old lady, but yes, you're right. Man, if you keep pushing them, we'll all be seeing heaven come tomorrow. Okay, then I'll take you to a proper room this time. Yes, this way. Hee hee hee. No more of that. Yay, a room. Is it real? Is it a normal room? I don't know, but there don't seem to be any traps. Have a pleasant stay. Oh, wait, we'd like to make a phone call. We have a phone, but you'll have to do it through the girl buried under the pylon, and she'll put a bit of a hellish twist on whatever you say. We're not using that. Amikaru's gonna faint. Hey, God, can't you do something? What do you think a god is? Oh, it's no big deal. I just thought it'd be nice if you could use your power to let everyone know that Haru-chan and I are okay. I mean, you can, right? Otherwise, Haru-chan's grandpa is going to be foaming at the mouth and swinging that rifle around. True, that would bring all sorts of trouble. I suppose I can manage that much. Very well, enjoy yourselves then. Did it work? Yes, no one will be particularly worried. Wait, so you can communicate with everybody, but you're looking for a phone? That doesn't make any sense. What do you need a phone for if you can just communicate with them telepathically? Alright, then, let's lay waste to this room. Normally, I'd tell you to stop, but in this case, I don't think, I'll be calm until we turn this place inside out. Although, I guess if it's just one way, like, we can speak to them, but you can't, hear from them back, so I guess that's why you need a phone. I just answered my own question. You think there are traps? Definitely, there's a possibility, they've got something really dangerous that'll kill you in one hit. I don't think we've got to worry about that, but it feels like something's here. Like what? Like, something more malicious. Like, if I open this tea caddy, it'll... Tea time! Oh, gosh. I know, God's out. Shoo! Spear-wielding ghost, okay. What is this? The ass-poking punishment they used to do to the heroes 200 years ago in a country far to the south. Aren't you feeling really good now? Of course I'm not, you idiot. And what did you mean when you said I was out? Actually, we've received radio waves telling us this is going to be really popular on TV in the near future. If it's to explain something, this old lady just pops up anywhere. And besides, you're hurting me, aren't you? You broke our agreement. Don't think you can just pull in whatever nonsense you want because you're letting us stay for the night. Well, God seems like a real masochist, so I generally believed you would enjoy this. No. Not even one of them, would enjoy getting their butts poked out of the blue by a ghost. Understood. Then go with plan 53, Host John. Roger that. Tea time. Hey, take this talking tea caddy with you. Have a pleasant evening. Oh boy. They're gone. I wonder exactly how many plans they have. Can't you avoid them using your intuition? Can't you just use God to read their minds and find out? I don't want to rely too much on her. This is our problem, and if I go too crazy with that power, her divinity will grow weaker. I see, I think it'd be best if we try to keep quiet and not touch anything. That sounds good. You know, when I think about it, the outside of this place looks so tacky, but it actually got some nice rooms on the inside. Yeah, it reminds me of Yasumizu's hall. The rooms in the Nasatu's head house are also like this. Alright, you're originally a village head. Same with Yasun and Chine, right? I sure was surprised to learn about her. Yeah, she told me a lot when we went on the hot springs trips, and she showed me her scars. What do you think of it? About half of Yasumizu carries the blood of village heads. Well, yeah, but we're all Yasumizu brothers and sisters, right? Of course, though maybe Yasun and Chine would have gone away if we weren't. Oh, right, because Meguruma and Higuchi went away, right? Yeah, it serves those fools right. You know, Haru-chan said the same thing, but don't you think you've been showing up too much today, God? What, you got some new scheme on your mind? How rude, I'm no longer planning on doing anything to all of you. The fact you have grown quite accustomed to serving as my mirror is part of it, but it's not as though I manifest purely out of my own will. Just as Haru said, I appear when she clings to me. When she gets a little stronger, I should stop manifesting. I see, so you won't show up if Haru-chan becomes a strong adult. Right, so hurry and build my shrine. Once it is done, it is you who shall speak my words, Mochi. Sounds like I should take up singing and dancing then. Oh, that would be pleasing indeed. If you dance for me to possess you, then my prestige would grow. Then I'll do it. Don't have anything I want to do anyway. I know you seriously believe that, but are you alright with it? Don't you want to go to college or anything? I know your grades are horrible, but I think you can manage with proper motivation. Well, I would like you to have a good time away from home, but the teacher said that it's not a place where you play. Unlike Yasu, I'm not really interested in the why of stuff. I just want things that are interesting or fun, plain and simple. Am I interesting? Yep, you'll never be a bore. I'm probably going to college. Huh? I'm a woman, so I don't have much physical strength, nor do I have money. So I want to study more and get smarter. That'll make Yasumizu an even greater place. That's great and all, but what exactly are you going to study? Architecture? Law, like Yasun? Nichan probably won't go for that, so yeah, maybe it'd be good for me to try that, and what? What's it called? Money relations? Economics? Financing? I've always wanted to smack the village heads in the face with a wad of bills. Oh, that's cool. Well, the situation has changed a little now, though. I'm still interested in economics, however, so I think I'll go for that. What do you do then, Mochi? Wait 4 years in Yasumizu? I don't want to. Me neither, and God says she doesn't want you to leave Yasumizu either. So at the very least, I need you, her priest, by my side. Am I gonna have to work? That sounds hard for you. Well, it doesn't sound like you want to do college, though. Isn't there any place where you can do what you like? I don't really know. Life sounds like such pain. You should not entertain the thought of dying for a reason like that, Mochi. I only thought it for a second. Guess that's more than enough time for you, God. At the very worst, live even if it means ending up like the old wolfman. At least until I die. You're so selfish. Yes, because I promised to live as a villain. Alright. Then it's a promise. Then I better find a more fun way to live. Yeah, everyone works hard, for that purpose. Hey. I'm hungry. Yeah, I figure so much has happened since lunch that we haven't eaten. Let's look around and see if we can find some edible mountain plants. You think of climbing, around these parts? What would God say to that? They're not shooting me with another mountain. Yeah, I figured. Right. I swear I won't. Really? Yeah. Haha, we made you food. Oh gosh. Hey, at least knock. No, forget that. At least use the door. Wait, is this food? We can have this? If you have the courage to eat it. Oh no. Should we give it a try? Just a try. This is not gonna end well. Using my power, we turn poop into curry and curry into poop. Which do you want to eat? Like we'll ever eat that, you idiot. Eating 30 strands of my hair went to heaven. Please stop it, God. Or your food will turn to poop while you're eating it. So this isn't an illusion either. No, as long as I remain in this world, the poop will be curry. So it should be safe to eat this one, right, Haru-chan? We can't eat either. Sorry, but we're going outside. What are you gonna do? Mochi and I will pick some wild plants, boil them, and eat them. Let us use your kitchen. And bring us a light. If you say that too is impossible, we will merely spend the night suffering resentfully. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't want to use the water in this place's kitchen. Let's forget it. What? But I'm hungry. I swear on my honor as a living being that I won't eat poop because of that. I see. What? If it's alright with you, can I ask a favor? Yeah? We're back, Mochi. By now, this is quite a large haul, isn't it? Seriously, wow, I found a lot of plants that shouldn't be growing in the summer, as well as mushrooms that shouldn't grow around here. It doesn't even seem possible. Well, that is essentially what it is. I would say it is fitting, given the nature of this place. Look, this is spring water we got from the place they pointed us to. And there was rice and miso people left behind as offerings in that graveyard over there. How fortuitous. Wow, should we really use those, Haru-chan? Should be fine, it's an emergency. And we'll essentially be using those offerings for the purpose they were left there for. No, I was just wondering if this isn't just more poop the lady turned into food. I'd rather not think about that. Even I wouldn't go that far. It's taking all I've got to maintain that inn. We wouldn't do anything like that to an offering for us. Whatever, I believe you. Get the fire pot ready. Clatter, clatter. Alright, take good care of it. I never thought a day would come where I'd sit at a bonfire with spirits. It's romantic, isn't it? I don't know, I've grown used to a lot. Haru and Chikamochi cooked, surrounded by countless ghosts. That said, it wasn't anything difficult. They boiled plenty of water, cooked up a little bit of rice, edible plants, and mushrooms in it, and finally melted miso, resulting in extremely primitive rice gruel. However, the generally crude ghosts and imps just watched, not interfering. It was like a service for suffering spirits. The proprietress said she would assist them if they would cook for all the lingering souls too. In response to that, a thought crossed Haru's mind. Though they were condescending and hedonistic, in the end, these spirits were probably just lonely. They probably wanted to be consoled by having others cook food for their sakes. It's ready. Thank you. Do you have bowls? Hey, plenty. So Haru and Chikamochi personally distributed rice gruel to the long line of ghosts. One was a pale-faced warrior who fled battle, one was a headless soldier, one was a bride who cried blood, one was a fusion of multiple dead, one was a demon with around 30 arms or so, one was a rotting crow tengu, one was a towering yokai with a stern face, one was an eyeless round yokai with a wide grin and tiny legs, one was a chupacabra, one was a mokoli membe, one was a shogoth. It was a lineup that made Haru want to question the existence of each and every one of them, but she desperately held back and continued distributing the gruel sincerely and gently. Finally, it ended with the skeleton, meatbag, hostess, and proprietress. There was just enough left for the two at the bottom, so Haru and Chikamochi took it for themselves. The moment they sat down on a nearby rock, the presence of the ghosts around them instantly vanished. Did they pass on? No, they lingered precisely because they cannot do so easily, but it would seem they have calmed a little and feel at ease. I see, then I guess we can eat and rest for a little. Indeed. Let's eat. It's a little bitter, but it's tasty enough. Yeah, I looked for stuff that was edible, even if you couldn't get much of the bitterness out of them. That's relief. It feels kind of weird to be eating this when you're hungry, doesn't it? What do you mean by weird? Oh, you know, because humans are animals or something like that. That's kind of strange, but I think I get it. The two of them discussed those wild fantasies as they slowly ate their gruel. Now that dinner's over, you'll be taking a bath, yes? Ah, you really scared me. I shouldn't have let my guard down. You've gained enough proprietor's affection points to unlock our large public bath. We didn't know about a system like that. Now that you mention it, I'm sweaty. Guess it's because I ate something hot. That's right, esteemed customer. Please wash your sweat away in our inn's finest bath. Why are you suddenly treating us like honored guests? Weren't we headed towards a calm resolution just now? Knowing them, there's going to be some other crazy trap at the bath that'll turn this whole thing into a disaster. We're not going. Well, we won't use that trap then. Despite appearances, we believe in repaying favors in good faith. We won't bite the hands that fed us. And if you don't believe us, you'll have to spend an uncomfortable night, all sweaty. Well, they don't seem as malicious as they did at the start. Are you serious, Mochi? Yep. Then let's go. See, no problems. There's a huge problem. The bath was mixed bathing. By the way, I wonder if this used to be a cesspool or something. I was trying not to think about that. That's wrong. In fact, it would be a problem if so much poop gathered deep within an uninhabited mountain. Well, when did you get here? It seems this place was originally a hot springs inn. We merely conjured the scenery from those days. Why was it torn down? It seems a recession got to it. The world really does revolve around money, huh? By the way, where's your blood, old lady? Well, if I didn't stop it when I was bathing, the bath would have looked like something straight out of a horror movie. But you're being considerate of us, aren't you? Well, how do I put it? This is the first for all of us. We thought we should throw in a bit of a free hospitality for you. Is it just me, or do these people seem like they could become fairly decent people if they wanted? No, you've got it all wrong. This is merely an equivalent exchange. We'll keep on kicking back as the same old evil spirits after this. You know, you really do look young without all the blood, old lady. You finally admit it, do you? Play with me. Ah! Oh, gosh. You're a guy. Oh, right, they didn't know. Huh? Oh, right, I've gotten used to it, so I didn't think anything strange of it, but Mochi must look like a girl to strangers. Huh? Oh, hold on. Then, you two aren't female friends? We're a couple. Mochi, that's embarrassing. Shh. Change of plans! And with a fierce scream, the vengeful ghost spun like a whirlpool and fled the bath. Isn't this bad? I get the feeling she's gonna get really mad, and up the harassment by 100% out of jealousy. I don't feel that way at all, though. Well, whatever. Anyway, it's a nice bath. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. I feel dizzy. Should we wash our backs? Oh, Mochi, we're practically adults, you know that. We can't keep, things going this way forever. Honestly, it's really embarrassing being in the same bath like this. Though you might not care about that. I see, you could be right. Then let's take turns using the washing spot. Look away from me while we're bathing. Oh, okay. Why do you start acting like that? I mean, I'm grateful at all, it's just... Though confused by her childhood friend's subtle yet sudden change in attitude, Haru enjoyed her bath in peace. She put her regular clothes back on, feeling slightly disappointed they didn't have yukatas, and met up with Chikamochi outside the bathhouse. They proceeded through the empty hallways and stairwells cautiously, but it didn't seem like there was anything there. Do you think this bath is really going to be peaceful from start to finish? Yeah, though the changing room was really dirty. Oh, I bet that's because they didn't realize you were a boy. That was why they only cleaned the girls' room. The mixed bathing part probably wasn't intended to be a trap. Traps, huh? I wonder if there's still traps around. I didn't get the impression they'd do anything else bad to us, though. Maybe you're right. Then what do we do? Go back to our room and sleep? Let's play. Play what? We don't have any cards. What, like a pillow fight or something? No, something more grown-up. What, like gambling over Hanafuda? Either way, we don't have the... When they got back to the room, they found a giant futon with two pillows laid side by side there. They're all ready for a pillow fight. Wait! Yay! Chikamochi pushed hard to the ground with a cheerful voice. What? Hey, let's play. You mean pro wrestling or a massage? Haru could feel a cold sweat rolling down her still flushed skin. Chikamochi was leaning over, his gaze oddly warm and passionate. Haru had never seen him like this before. All adults do this, don't they? What are you talking about? Like fitness or something? Let's take off our clothes. It's sumo, right? Please say it's sumo. Didn't they just have their clothes off and it was like weird and now they're like, I don't know. It feels good once you get used to it. You're not actually thinking of doing something that can get a girl pregnant, are you? Yeah, I am. She had nowhere to run. Well, what's gotten into you, Mochi? This isn't like you at all, no matter how you spin it. Huh? I mean, I wanted to do it with you, but since we weren't adults, I held back. But you said we're adults, right? Wait, so it's my fault? No, that can't be. In fact, you're the one who didn't seem like you wanted this kind of thing. I like fun things, and I want to have fun with you. Wait, where'd you even pick up on all this? Back when I was living in Kamufujiyoshi, Richan slept with me the day she came over. So that was it. Damn Shuchigumo, Dono. You shall suffer for taking a bite out of Mochi before me. Oh, hey God, you'd go along with this kind of thing, wouldn't you? Come on, let's play. Listen, Mochi, I would have no reservations about it, but when I'm with Haru like I am now, her heart has great influence over mine. Are you embarrassed? Certainly. Honestly, I'm beyond all levels of shock. Besides, there should be a more appropriate location and procedure when it comes to courting a god. It's okay, Richan said the greater the embarrassment, the better it gets. Tsuchigumo! By the way, Haru-chan might not remember anything, but do you remember doing things with Richan God? Oh, that was right. Haru and God remembered. 8 years ago, she did indeed have a brush with Rikaku Uematsu when she received her taking in. She wandered into the Feast of the Omi Purge and gone crazy. It was basically a countermeasure against God inhabiting her body. Mujina and the Tsuchigumo had met at that time and swore to each other in a secret room that they would fulfill their future schemes and ambitions. The recollections were linked. God and Haru both remembered now. It was that night 8 years ago where Haru, missing her parents, went down the mountain road and returned to Yasumizu. Fearsome dogs prowled around the dense mist like they owned the place, yet Haru had walked right past them without getting attacked. In actuality, the main reason they didn't was because they feared the sound of the water in the canteen Haru was carrying with her. However, the young Haru failed to understand that, and she should have been able to enjoy a leisurely stroll with the presence of mist and beasts around her. She cried as she continued to walk, and what she eventually found was, Haru, what are you doing here? Her own mother, her father-in-law and husband had argued, and her husband was hanged, and so that night she didn't shelter. Oh. She took a knife and planned to take revenge on the wolves who had torn her family apart. She doubted everything. Either her husband or her father-in-law could have been a wolf. The woman who never wanted to hate anyone now bore all her hatred toward the wolves. All wolves were bad, and she'd kill the wolves and get revenge for her family. That pure, justifiable indignation was known as madness. However, the Feast of the Omi Purge was cruel. It was nothing more than coincidence she survived for so long. At that time, the wolves, the old man who cried wolf, Tokuji Kita, and Gensan were near Saranaga, and the dogs gathered there. However, she had already suffered numerous wounds from driving the dogs away. Bound by their laws, the people of Yasumizu couldn't leave, nor they tried to. Therefore, she too was doubtlessly fated to be killed by the dogs and suffer the corruption just like anyone else would be. However, when she saw her daughter calmly wandering through Yasumizu without getting attacked by the dogs, she grew afraid. To her, it may have looked as though her daughter were controlling the dogs surrounding her, commanding them to focus their attack on her own mother. Yes. Haraki Fuseshi was wrong. The cause wasn't the friction and isolation between Haru and her grandfather following the event. It was this very moment. Ah ha 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 ha, oh gosh. Never did I imagine I would rise again in this manner. I see, how foolishly the descendants of the Yukami in this land have behaved. Haru? Foolish woman, begrudge me not. I am a powerless god. I lack the ability to save you, so at the very least, my badger shall put a swift end to your life so you suffer no longer. Perhaps I could make use of your fear of me to interfere with the snake. This mist may clear up when daybreak comes. Farewell, walk the path to Yomi in peace, knowing your life was not in vain. Mom, the god had been successfully resurrected, the mother devoured by dogs right in front of her, serving as her first mirror. That's terrible. To look at it from a more rational perspective, perhaps one could say she developed a separate personality to protect her from her cruel environment. She herself believed to merely be acting, and she accepted her mother's death surprisingly calmly. However, there was a peculiarity to it all. While acting, she felt omnipotent, and everything she imagined became reality. In the end, it was apparently the work of a separate intelligence known as God, but that probably couldn't be scientifically proven. The present Haru acknowledged everything, accepted her mother's death, and on top of it, was now going along with God. So in general, she had no problem with any of it. Especially in terms of Rikaku Uematsu's rampage. Everyone in Yasumizu, man and woman alike, could all be called victims and perpetrators of it. All she could think was that things had been resolved as a result of her leaving Yasumizu. It was all a matter of either forgetting or ignoring it. Otherwise, she would end up like her current Haru. To be blunt, it was a killjoy. Mochi, sit down. What? Just do as I say. Haru and I have some words for you. You're gonna scold me. It is true that back then, Tsuchigumo Dono and I, well, did things together. And it was until just now that I kept that hidden from Haru. Yeah. These sorts of affairs are not uncommon purely in the worlds of gods, but when it's done between humans, it's not so simple. Haru does not believe it was good, and now I feel somewhat embarrassed too. So, well, do not say it. Okay, then I won't. Also, I believe I told you that mountain gods are very jealous. I'm not fixated on chastity, but do not go discussing your previous woman in front of me. I understand jealousy. I would hate the idea of Haru-chan being taken away by that Hasan guy. Then give it a thought. How'd you feel if that gentleman and I kept engaging in the sort of activity that you and Tsuchigumo Dono did? I don't want that. Wait, what do you mean kept, Haru-chan? The current me has done nothing, and even in the past, I, him, that is all. I know that's... No, I said kissed him, nothing more. But I still don't want that. Indeed, Haru and I are of the same mind on that. It's because of that, that we said we do not wish for you to speak of that woman. I see, Haru-chan, God, you're right. As long as you understand. And compared to that woman, this body is, well, somewhat lacking. Huh, that's not true, you're way cuter. Cut out, Moji, you make me blush. You're the only one I want to be with now, and I'm sure it'll always stay that way. I'm happy to hear that. So I won't do anything naughty with Haru-chan. I'll sleep away from her and won't make any moves. We can at least sleep together. You don't want to? That's not it. It's just, Come on, get on with it. Ah! Oh, figure they'd show up. I've been watching your passion flip from dead to alive over and over again this whole time. What are you guys, cats in a box? Heh, what a complex analogy. Wait, did you say you were watching us this whole time? I'm using out my power to set the mood and stir his libido to help set the climax for you to stay here. Be nicer to me. Oh, now that you mention it, I have been feeling kind of horny for some reason. That was all you're doing? I was expecting that response. We may not look it, but we were grateful, so we wanted to thank you by using our power to give you two a little nudge, that's all. It's crazy that they have that power. Thanks to that, the kitchen's now a trash dump again. Knowing you, you were thinking you could have some fun peeping on us, didn't you? Why, I'm hurt, of course not. Eat this, supernatural being, mind-reading power. I want to see two youngs getting on with each other. It's ruined, it's all ruined. Listen, old lady, I'm grateful to you, but peeping is out of the question. I already promised to do right by Haru. Mochi, you act all cool now, but I hear that you tried putting the moves on the proprietress back in the bath. Mochi, I must admit, I'm, a little shocked, but be careful, God. These kids are surprisingly lustful. I shall heed your advice. Oh, now the mood's totally dead, Haru-chan. Yes, completely. Honestly, if you hadn't interrupted, I think, they would have slowly but surely gone all the way. How erotic. Damn it. Don't be an idiot. Seriously, you were scary like that, Haru-chan, so I think I should stop too. Whose side are you on, Mochi? Forget it. I'll use all my power to get you two in that mood again, even if I have to make the hole and disappear. Do it, do it. You guys are the worst ghosts ever. Haru-chan, now that it's come to this, we have only one choice. Wait, do you mean stand over there? Like this? Yep, ready, set. What are they doing? Balls. Wait, what are you doing? Huh, you saw that movie too? There's no such thing as a spell of destruction in this world. Hey, you're gathering all the erotic power around here, while enemies are discussing nostalgic references, right? Hey, just barely. I love this blue coloring on this background, it's so good. If that hits us, we'll be surrounded by ghosts in the abandoned building and suffer the worst humiliation there is. Eat this, pillow throw! I can't concentrate. It's working, Haru-chan. Now let's come to this, no holding back, it's do or die. Such impertinence. Oh, this looks fun. Clatter, clatter, what's going on? I want to join in. And that's Haru and Mochi spent the night having a pillow fight with the ghost of the mountain. How fun. Understood, leave the rest to me. Yep, Haru-chan, you were talking in your sleep. Haru woke up to find herself sleeping on a tatami mat and noticed her head was resting in Chikamochi's lap. She got up and saw nothing but wilderness as far as the eye could see. There was a tatami mat on the grassy plain that she had been sleeping on. Is it sunrise? It's sunset. We slept in way too late. When did we lose consciousness? I don't even remember. You were knocked out right at dawn. I'm glad we're okay. The hostess and the others went home, said they were tired. They also apologized for not watching over you the whole time. How could they act so admirably when they were so senseless? Because they had fun, maybe? They said they think over the invitation to join with God. So they are a breed of tsunderes, I believe? What a troublesome lot. What are we going to do if those guys come to Fujiyoshi? They will not be able to engage in that sort of horseplay when bound by the laws of the mountain. But if they are on their best behavior, perhaps we will cook for them again. I like the sound of that. That was fun. Haru hesitated slightly over Chikamochi's words. Kinda, I guess. Then suddenly turned away and muttered that. Anyway, we can't sit around. We need to get back to the bus as soon as we can. Yeah, everyone's got to be worried. I wonder how I'm going to explain yesterday to Hoji-chan. Just say we got spirited away for a bit, maybe. Couldn't have put it better myself. The pair laughed and ran off. Meanwhile, in the shadows of the grass... Uh-oh. We've got to remodel the place into one of those couples hotels the next time they come. We'll catch them in our filthy and lewd traps for sure. As you wish. The pair knew nothing of the horrifying plan being formulated at that very moment. And that's the end. Alright. That one was alright. Lengthwise, it was good. I mean, it wasn't the funniest thing, but it was mostly nice and lighthearted. We got a little bit more information about Haru and her situation, which is cool. And, got confirmation that they're sort of like a weird couple now, which is interesting. And, yeah, that wasn't too bad. So we have one more story to read. Hopefully you're excited for that one. If so, let me know. But I will see you on the next time. So till then, peace out.